I'm so done. Alright, so I don't know if you can tell, you can see my other camera right here recording the screen, but basically I'm just propping this up with, this camera's propped up with a coffee filter. I'm propping that camera up with my charger. We're just making it work, right? I'm at a hotel just outside Atlanta, and I'm sorry it's taking me so long to do this tutorial, but I'm just gonna show you guys how to chop up a basic video. There's really no point in watching this if you already know how to chop up a video. But this is for anybody who, you know, is just kind of researching, figuring out, do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? Let's get to it. So, first what you want to do is go ahead and import your project. I already have it imported here, but what you're going to do is just go over to wherever your clips are, grab your clips, highlight them, drag them over, and drop them into your project. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go make sure you have the song downloaded that you're working with. You're going to drop that in your project, drag it over, right there. After you drop your sound in, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and line up your performance clips. So I go through my project right over here. I find all of the clips that are basically longer than 30 seconds. All the clips that are the same length as the track, so 2 or 3 minutes. Then what I do is I go over and I'll go through the track, you know, pretend these aren't here, and I'll basically just find a spike in these waves right here, or I'll make a marker. There is software that will line up your music for you. I am extremely cheap, so I just do it myself. Sometimes it'll take people a long time to do, but I've had good practice with it. I've done it for a while now, and I have no problem lining up my music this way. It usually doesn't take too long. So what you're gonna do is go ahead, just make a plot point on, you know, an area on the track where you know you're going to be able to hear it also on your video. Let's just say it's right here. Make a little marker. Just press M. Go ahead and click on the track. Press M to make a marker. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over to my performance shots. Click on one, and then I'm going to listen to it, skim through it. And on the part where I want it to come in at, I'm going to hit the I for in. What that's going to do is it's going to create an in point and an out point, as you can see right here. This is going to be, when you drag it into your timeline, it's going to start right there at that in point. I bring it in, line it up right here, just like I did with this one. Just imagine I brought it in like this. Drag it in like that, right on the marker. Oftentimes what's going to happen is it's not going to be exactly accurate, so you're going to be, you know, give or take a few frames off from the actual sound. You'll be able to hear it when you play it back. It'll be off a little bit. It'll be echoing, you know, it'll sound weird. So then basically the way that I do it, I feel dumb doing it this way. I should have just done it. I don't want to redo it. Okay, we'll just do this one. Oh, it's the worst one. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to pick a spot. I'm going to pick this spot right here. There's a nice little piano key that comes in right there. Boom. Go ahead and make a little marker. Actually, I already have one. Right here. Then I'm going to go over to the clip over here, and I'm going to find that point. I think I heard it right there. right? Go ahead, pull it in. Now it's gonna be off, and all you're gonna do basically, I can see right here where the beat hits. It just needs to move over a couple frames. So 1, 2, move it up 1, 2, 1, 2, and boom, it's lined up. That's it. Sometimes it's a lot harder than that because the audio isn't clear. So you're going to want to just kind of play around with it and make sure it's lined up. You'll be able to tell just by listening closely on whether or not it's lined up. So boom, line up the music. It's not rocket science. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but yeah, line up the music with your clips. Then I just kind of go with the flow after that. If I'm feeling like throwing some B-roll, I always start off my videos with some nice smooth slow motion, pretty much 99% of the time. So sometimes I'll just throw in those clips so it feels like I'm starting the video for the intro. And then once you get to wherever you want to start chopping it up and switching between these clips, I only have 3 clips here, so it's not going to take too much time. I'm going to start cutting up right here. So I'm going to press C. If you haven't changed your preferences, the letter C is a shortcut for the cut tool if you're on a PC. And then let's go ahead and zoom in for you right here. Then what I am going to do is just go ahead and cut on the beats that I want the video to cut on. So you really want to just go with your instinct right here. That's what makes the great video editors, separates the great video editors from the good video editors, is cutting on the right beats. Go with your gut. If that's just all I do, is I just go with my gut on where I think the cut should be. So I'm gonna go ahead, go through and just cut on the beats that I'm gonna want the shots to switch on. I can never really just get it accurate just by cutting it as it goes. So I usually have to stop it and then zoom in on the sound waves and go ahead and find out where I want to cut it, like that. See, I just did it wrong right there. So an easy way to fix these instead of like redoing it and recutting it is you can press the N tool. I believe it's called the rolling tool. Shortcut is the letter N. I'm just going to drag these over. It'll keep both the clips intact and just move the cut point. Click C again, keep cutting. Cut. Sometimes I cut on the bass, sometimes I cut on the snare. It's really just however you're vibing with it. It's interesting because I have no rhythm, but my cuts are pretty cold, if I say so myself. I sometimes incorporate the rule of threes. If the beat is going in a rhythm of threes, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's not something you necessarily always need to do. Rules are meant to be broken, especially in filmmaking. But I just go with the flow, man. I think the first rule of editing is it just needs to look good. That's really the only rule that you need to follow. To make it flow nice. Cut on the beat. Sometimes I even cut on the lyrics, because obviously the lyrics have a major role in how the video sounds and flows, and so you just want to go through the whole thing. Chop it. Then once it's all chopped, let's pretend that I finished it. You just want to go through. This is how I do it. And say, I don't like that clip. I think this clip looks better. Yeah. Oh no, this clip looks better. Just switch them out. Put different clips in there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just go ahead and pick which clip you think looks the best in that spot. Also, you want to keep in mind, you know, especially with a video like this where I only have 3 layers, you don't want it to just go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth for 3 layers, especially, you know, right in the first half of the video, because then it's just going to feel like you're looking at the same thing for the whole video. Another great tip is just make sure you're getting lots of B-roll, definitely more B-roll than you even think you need. You know, get the surrounding area, close-ups on the grass, the trees if you're outside, close-ups on furniture, the little doorknob, literally anything. Just take way more footage than you think you need as far as B-roll, and performance shots too if you have time. A lot of times I'm doing quick run and gun shoots because they're very low budget, and because I'm living on the road and I need to get money and things paid and I need to get edits done for people, I don't really have the time to be putting a whole bunch of time into a shoot for very little money. So a lot of times I'm working with not very many clips, but you make it work by being very strategic with which clips you put where, having a really nice B-roll, and just going with your gut and always improving. You always want to get better every single time. If you go back and look at all my videos, pretty much every one is better than the last one, because I definitely self-critique. I self-critique because I want to be the best. I know I'm not there yet, and at the same time, like, I know I have the potential to be the best. I know that's in me. I know you can do it too. So that's pretty much it. That's how you go through and edit a music video, right? Step 1 is import your music, import your footage. Step 2, line up your footage with the music, your performance shots, so that they all sync right and they sound right, and then your lips are matching up right. Then you go ahead and you chop to the beat. Chop to the beat, go all the way through the track, and then what you want to do is go ahead and flip through the track. Go through the whole track, pick out the clips that you think are the best, and then after that, what I do is I go over the slow motion. I put all the B-roll in there, and then like also through that process, I'll add in some transitions, whether it's just, you know, little flashes, transitions, or things like that. If you guys watch my videos and you want to see some of the transitions or the effects I do, go ahead and drop a comment and I will show you guys how to do it. But that's pretty much it. It's really simple. 3-4 steps to making a full music video, you know, minus the transitions and all of that. Basic video. You just follow the steps.